So let's get more reaction to Amanda Knox being found guilty again of the murder of Meredith Kercher. We can take you live to Los Angeles this morning, where Tom Wright from the Friends of Amanda Knox organisation is waiting for us. Tom, good morning to you. Have you been in touch with the Knox family since this Italian court decision was made?
Good morning, Stephen. Yes, we have, by text. I'm down in Los Angeles, and they texted us to thank us for support.
I mean, any indication from the family as to how Amanda is coping with this?
Yes, it's devastating. I think she's more sad than anything. She had come home after her exoneration and acquittal 2 years ago and remade her life. She's in school. She's going to be getting her college degree in June. And then suddenly, after the fact, 2 years later, this issue re-ups itself in her life. And I've written a book called The Forgotten Killer that's available on Amazon that talks about Rudy Gaudet, who's the actual perpetrator of the crime. And there are 5 experts giving their opinion on the case. And clearly, Raphael and Amanda had nothing to do with it.
Well, the reality is, though, that obviously the Italian court system disagrees, at the moment at least, and obviously this is going to go on to further appeal to the Supreme Court. So this is now going to drag on a very long time for Raphael, for Amanda, and for her family.
Yes, that's correct, and they're going to fight it all the way to the end. No young woman who's innocent should have anything like this hanging over her head her entire life.
Why are you convinced of her innocence? I mean, if we break it down into what has actually happened, we know there were mixed messages that came out from her account of the time in the original court case. Two Italian courts have now decided she is guilty. Do you have no doubt at all of her innocence?
There's no doubt whatsoever, and the appeal judge, Judge Hellman, completely discredited the original conviction. There are politics that have entered into the fray here. There's a broken system. She has now stood trial 3 times, and one wonders if this would be possible in most other Western cultures. Their court system is clearly broken. This is an outrageous thing that's happened, and it's difficult and cruel not only for Raphael and Amanda, but also there's a great deal of sadness for the Kercher family, who have to yet again go through all of this process.
People are inevitably talking about possible extradition here. I mean, we know that process isn't likely to start until the next stage, the appeal to the Supreme Court, and yet, of course, that's got to be hanging over the family, and indeed for politicians in the States to at least begin to consider.
No, extradition will never happen in this case. It would be unprecedented that a United States citizen was incarcerated in a foreign country, exonerated, had a successful appeal, was sent home, and 2 years later, the country that she was in decides they're going to retry her and find her guilty. Double jeopardy doesn't exist in our system. I don't think it exists in Great Britain's as well. And this is triple jeopardy. So she will never be extradited, I don't believe.
Tom Wright, appreciate your time this morning. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.